Hitler's Nazi regime created a mind-bending arsenal of super-advanced but unbelievably bizarre Wunderwaffe, or miracle weapons, in the death throes of World War II. The Luftwaffe were building increasingly wacky aircraft, some shaped like discs or with circular wings. A U.S. Air Force probe concluded these experimental flying machines may be to blame for UFO sightings. UFO hunters go further, and insist they still lie hidden in an underground base at the South Pole. This all may sound ridiculously far-fetched, until you see the fantastic aircraft Nazi Germany really was making towards the end of the war. In a fit of terrifying creativity, Nazi scientists created the world's first cruise missile, the first long-range ballistic missile, the first artificial object to reach space, one of the first military helicopters, a space shuttle, and started developing nuclear weapons. British aeronautical engineer Roy Fedden, who led the mission to examine German expertise and research at the end of WW2, said, "I have seen enough of their designs and production plans to realize that if they had managed to prolong the war some months longer, we would have been confronted with a set of entirely new and deadly developments in air warfare." But some of the lesser-known planes bear a striking resemblance to flying saucers. Horton Ho 229 brothers Reimer and Walter Horton built the world's first jet-powered flying wing, an aircraft without tail or fuselage. The Horton Ho 229 was designed to answer Luftwaffe boss Hermann Göring's call for a bomber designs capable of meeting a 3x1000 requirement, to carry 1,000 kilograms of bombs a distance of 1,000 kilometers at a speed of 1,000 kmph. The U.S. military seized the last Horton prototype as part of Operation Paperclip, a secret mission to capture advanced German weapons research to keep it out of Soviet hands. The design mysteriously reappeared as the revolutionary B-2 stealth bomber. SAC as-6 engineer Arthur Sack spent the war trying to perfect an aeroplane with circular wings. The SAC as-6 finally became airborne in 1944, just before the end of the war. Photographs of the just plain weird plane survive, but the prototype mysteriously disappeared when American troops overran the Brandis Air Base, where it was stored, in April 1945. Silbervogel Eugen Sanger and Irene Bread designed the Silbervogel spaceplane for the 1942 America bomber mission to attack the mainland U.S. The suborbital bomber, a precursor to the space shuttle, would be shot into space with a rocket booster and then bounce off the atmosphere. The Arado E.555 was another flying wing design put forward for the America bomber mission. Repulsive but perhaps the most revolutionary, and most mystifying, Nazi UFO was Victor Schoberger's Repulsion engine. The Austrian inventor developed a round turbine engine that could create a vortex and rise straight upwards. The SS captured Schoberger and made him try to turn the engine into a vertical takeoff aircraft, which looked exactly like a flying saucer. The prototype crashed, but the research was said to be continued by a shadowy V-2 rocket engineer called Dr. Heinrich Richard Mayethe. But these are just the Nazi UFOs for which clear proof exists. Rumors and even photographs, some clearly fakes, of many others, with fanciful code names, such as Rundflugzeug, Feuerball, Honbu, and Andromeda Gerat surfaced after the war. UFOs were first connected with the Nazis during WW2, when Allied pilots reported fast-moving round glowing objects following their aircraft. Airmen believed the objects, dubbed Foo Fighters, were futuristic Nazi aircraft. The only other explanation provided has been electrostatic phenomena, like St. Elmo's fire, or light reflecting off ice crystals. Conspiracy theorists have come up with another theory: the Nazis stashed their fascist flying machines in a subterranean air base at the South Pole. Nazi Germany sent an expedition to the Antarctic in 1938 and claimed an area, which they named New Swabia. The official reasons for the mission were to seek locations for a new whaling station and naval base. But UFO hunters are convinced they also established an secret HQ in deep underground caverns to continue developing their new Wunderwaffe. They claim the Nazis plan to launch lightning strikes from the base with their new toys. The real Tin Hat Brigade claim they used the flying saucers to establish a Nazi moon base. And some doomsayers even believe they are still there, waiting for the right time to launch a new bid for world domination.